Recently, I had gotten asked a good question. It was a sports related good topic. Regular Ted comes on, and I finally got around to answering it because I had to pick the right time and to get to it, but I wanted to do it. So appreciate it. It was the toughest pro sport to win league MVP, and he had said hockey. You know, I'm funny about these league MVPs because I always thought that baseball does American League National League. There's East and West. Why don't they do it in the NBA? Why don't they do it in the NFL? I never understood if you got two different conferences, why don't you have two different MVPs for one sport? So he mentioned hockey. Well, you could say that. I am going to admit, for the most part, I'm hockey illiterate for the most part. I've watched it. I'm a Sabres fan because, born in Buffalo, but I'm not. I know big names, but because of their racial history of like having black players and stuff, hockey just never appealed to me. I love the jerseys, and I got much respect for skating on ice, but it just never was a sport that I really got down with. But you know, I'm aware of the big names and the people that were big and the success. I don't know if I'd say that's the hardest sport to win MVP. I think all of them are hard to get MVP because there's so much political jargon that goes on. There's always some people want somebody for a reason that's got to do with agendas. It's a lot of politicking. Like in NFL, it's tough to be a defensive player and win MVP. Now, my cousin Lawrence Taylor did it, but that's rare. And quarterbacks are usually seen and running backs and maybe receivers, but it's usually quarterbacks or running backs. It's such an offensive minded. NBA, that one is the most. It's like Wheel of Fortune. They make it. They like, well, best team, best player, or you do something. It's so many different levels to that. That's a hard one. Baseball usually got it right, and the American League National League usually. So it comes down to what your criteria is. It's kind of hard to say what's the toughest sport because depends on what angle we're coming from, depends on what people want. Um, I don't know. It's kind of all over the place, Depends on where what your criteria is. I mean, if I was going by the major sports, you asked me what's the toughest sport to win MVP, and I'd probably say the NFL because if you're not a quarterback or running back, everybody else, good luck. You got to do something really unique and special, and there's so much involved in it. Because you think about it, I mean, you look at how quarterbacks win multiple league MVPs, and it's just so much politics involved with it. So the league MVP carries more weight than actual Super Bowl wins because that's how sometimes guys get this broad range of status, even though it's debatable. You know, uh, NBA sometimes people, again, there should be Western Conference, Eastern Conference. Should be that way in the NFL. It should that's what makes it difficult because it should be a two-way where you have two MVPs. If you're gonna play them across each other like that, why don't you have two? That's what makes it tough right there and then. I think, you know, I could be wrong, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think I'm nailing this one because I just look at it like, hey, you should have two MVPs. You should have real discussion about folks that could make a debate. But tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like. Please hit that membership because when you put membership, questions you ask, I get to them. And I welcome some real distinctive questions because I got some real good ones that I'm going to address here on. So stay woke, stay blessed, stay real, stay all right, stay good to go. Keep those questions coming to my one time. Peace.